Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today and Happy New Year. Can't believe we've already made it to January and our new catalogue. As you can see, I'm afraid I am a bit ahead of time and I'm going with Valentine's Day. I just think this is just such a fabulous suite. It's called Painted with Love, and as I said, it's in the new Spring Summer catalogue. And it has some really great colour combinations going on here. As you can see, hopefully the DSP doesn't do it justice on here. But there's Calypso Coral, there's the beautiful gold foil on every sheet on one side. The other side doesn't have it. There is Melon Mambo, Powder Pink, Rich Razzleberry, and then obviously the Whisper White. But the fact that it's got gold and it's reflected here in the tinsel trim, not just for Christmas. And I think it is really beautiful, and as you'll see with my projects, they're not, they don't look Christmassy at all. You've got beautiful gold glitter flakes, which I haven't opened as such yet, but you can see hopefully in the jar there, they are quite a good size. Let me just see if I can get it to focus on there. There we are. They are a good size flake. And then we have these beautiful vinyl stickers, which you get 2 sheets of each design. So I'll show you the full ones because you don't want to see half empty ones. In fact, let me just grab a sheet of Whisper White and then you'll be able to see them better. There we go. So those are the beautiful vinyl stickers. And again, they are just divine. I think they're just absolutely beautiful. Let's move those out of the way and get rid of that. And then obviously we have the cardstock pack, and we have these lovely narrow note cards and envelopes, which I have here. Again, not opened yet, but as you can see, and it says on the packet and in the catalogue that the note card is 6.4 by 11.4 centimetres, and you get 11, sorry, you don't get 11, you get 20 of each. But I mean, you can see there from the envelope that that's actually really quite a cute size, and obviously the note cards, which will clearly fold in half. I just think that's a really nice size note card, and it's just obviously slightly different with it being oblong. And then obviously we have this beautiful stamp set, Sure Do Love You, which we have here, which again I think is great because it's got quite a few different elements in there to use such a non-traditional Valentines. We have the framelets, which again are fantastic. Lots to Love box framelets, and yep, sure enough, this is actually a box. Now I will be doing another tutorial on this next week, but today I'm just more focusing on the hearts and the banner for this one. There is also over the page a coordinating stamp set here that will also work with the Sweet and Sassy framelets. And if I can just grab that one, oh, nearly fell over. This one is Heart Happiness, and again that's got lots of different hearts, lots of different elements. It's photopolymer again, but I mean, look at the size of that beautiful heart there. I mean, they are just fabulous, and I just absolutely love them, but then I love everything anyway, so so we're going back to Painted with Love Suite, and as I said, this is what I have created for you today. So we've got a lovely little heart, a lovely little Valentine's card. Use the DSP, and as you can see there, it's got gold hearts on it. I've used some of the vinyl stickers here and here. And this is the tinsel trim, which I've made into a little heart just to add some dimension and some texture to it, and then obviously I've just stamped and die cut the rest, and then I've made this cute little box here that actually holds a little mini chocolate bar that just slides in and out, she says, and again I've just popped some tinsel trim around it and a vinyl sticker, and then just a little label, which I've used the silver baker's twine, which is this beauty here, which again hopefully you can see and pick up on, has silver through it, which is beautiful. So I'm not going to show you how to make the card. All the elements that I've used are the same elements that are on this. Obviously there'll be photos on my blog, but I just thought I'd just stick with doing the project for you today. So I'm going to use this DSP. So I have my small chocolate bar and I have my DSP, and this actually is the other side of that one, which I think is just as lovely. But obviously I've used the same style card, just with different DSP, and I've used the gold tinsel trim on this one. So let's get started. So for the outer wrapping, so this part here, you need some DSP that is 5 3/4 inches by 3 3/8. Sorry, 4 3/8. And what a surprise, my dogs have started to bark. Fabulous. So the DSP is 5 3/4 by 4 3/8, and in centimetres that's 14.6 by 11.1. And then we need to score along the long side, that's right, we need to score at 1 inch, 1 3/8 of an inch, 3 3/8 of an inch, and 3 3/4, and in centimetres that's 2.5 centimetres, 3.5 centimetres, 8.5 centimetres and 9.5. So inches, 1, 1 3/8, 3 3/8, 3 3/4, centimetres, 2.5, 3.5, 8.5, 9.5. Simple as that. We'll put that down. Then we're going to fold and burnish the score lines. And this is really quite a simple project to do. I'll rephrase that. I didn't want to just do a simple box that you just open the top and tip the chocolate out. I wanted to be able to slide it out. And so there is my wrap, as simple as it is. And then if I just pop my chocolate bar inside, it fits as snug as a bug in a rug. So what I need to do now, and I actually didn't do it on the original, is I'm just going to grab my 1/2 inch circle punch and just take a little noggin, eyeballing the centre, just take a noggin out, because you need to give someone, in fact let me push it back that way and see if I can do it now. Should be able to, oh, there we go. That's better, and it gives someone the idea then that they can actually pull it out. So this DSP is actually quite thick because it's got the gold on it. It actually makes it quite thick. It's not like some of the other DSP. So let's run some fuse down the sides, and I do apologise if it's I don't think it's dull to you, but it's very grey and overcast outside, which is making it feel like it's very dark inside. So just pop some adhesive on your tab there and fold that over. And then while we've got this as it is, let's pop some stickers on it. So if I want to coordinate it with my card, I'm actually going to pop some of these ones from the bottom on. So I'm just going to pop some of these hearts on it. So I'm going to go for, and you can just sort of squash it over to the side. That's not very straight. And as you can see, they just simply peel off. And I think I'm just going to go with 3 down the centre. There we go. Quite happy with that. So those are my hearts, and that's my sleeve done. So I'll just pop that to one side, and I now need to do my insert. And for that you need a piece of DSP that is 1 7/8 of an inch by 6 5/8 of an inch, and in centimetres that's 2.4 by 16.8. And with the long side at the top, you need to score at 3/4 of an inch, 1 1/8 of an inch, 5 1/2, and 5 7/8. And in centimetres that's 2, 2.9, 14 and 15. And you may have noticed I'm being very good this year and making sure that I do everything in both measurements, because I know that some people work in metric, some work in imperial, and it does get quite confusing if I just simply do everything in inches. So I thought, right, this year I'm going to be good and do both. And so there it is, my little tray. I'm just going to pop my chocolate bar in and then just simply slide it into the cover, and there's my chocolate bar, and it does actually stay in, she says, as it slides out. It did stay in, but it's quite sturdy, and I think it's really quite cute just to pop in somebody's sandwich box or briefcase or work bag, so that when they get to work they've got a cute little gift from you. So let's decorate this up now. So I'm going to use some of the gold tinsel trim, and just grab my scissors. So I'm just going to wrap this, as you know me, doing it upside down. So I'm just going to wrap this around the top and add a bow. Do you know, I've been having issues with my bows recently. I never used to have any problems, but for some reason I just can't do them anymore. They just keep going wrong. I don't know why, but they do. They just don't. You see this one? It just wants to sit sideways, not downways. You see, I did this one, and that seems to work fine, but this one, no. Right, so I'm just going to trim off a little bit off the tails, and then last but not least is my little tag that obviously you could write on the back of if you wanted to. So I just want some of my silver twine, which is starting to unravel that end, so let's just trim that off. I then need some Whisper White, which I didn't get out, but I'm hoping I've got a piece big enough in here. Will that fit? Yes, beautiful. So with my, well, I can't see it, Rich Razzleberry, there it is. I'm going to stamp this lovely image from Sure Do Love You, and I think this is really nice. It says, "You're my Valentine every single day," which again is why I think it's nice that we could pop this in somebody's packed lunch or work bag or whatever, just so they've got a nice little treat. So once we've done that, I'm going to pop that out of the way. We need to die cut this out. Move my vinyl stickers. Oh my dogs, goodness me. So I'm just grabbing this heart here from my framelets that will fit that, and just pop this over to one side while I bring in my big shot and bang my head on the tripod. So just pop this one on here, and then just run it through, simple as that. Oops. Just pop those out. You wouldn't believe I have a house full downstairs, would you? And yet the dogs are still barking. Okay, so let's get rid of that. So we've got our little element here, and I'm just going to use my handheld punch, and I'm going to actually use the 1/16 of an inch punch, just to, because I don't want a big hole on this one. I just think that would look a mess, so I've just got a small one here, and literally just gonna, and it does just fit your twine through without any problems, and then just tie it onto my trim. And obviously you just then need to figure out where you want it to sit in relation to where you tie your knot at the top. And you may have noticed that I added a little metallic gold heart from the metallic enamel shapes there. I'm not going to add one to this one. I don't think it needs it. And just trim that off, and then what I am going to do is pull this so that the knot will actually sit behind the heart, so you don't see it when it's hanging down there. And there you have it, your Valentine's card with a cute little chocolate bar treat. So I hope you enjoyed those projects. Hope you find it inspires you to make something. And as you can see, beautiful Valentine's paper. I'm not really a big one for celebrating Valentine's. I get my husband a card and he sends me flowers, and that's probably twice the times of year that I get one. One for our wedding anniversary, or actually 3. Wedding anniversary, birthday and Valentine's is when I get flowers. But it would just be nice, wouldn't it, to be able to give them a little treat throughout the month if you liked. All of these products are available now in the Spring Summer catalogue. If you don't have one, by all means contact me. And as I said, all of the products I've used are from the catalogue, and the link for that is below, and all the details and measurements are on my blog. Thanks for joining me, everybody, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.